Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, first of all, a few of you have asked me to respond to a video that you saw. It'll be a quick response. But more importantly, we are then going to go ahead and go over, does Iraq need to change their exchange rate in order to join a currency basket? And does Iraq need to change their exchange rate in order to join the World Trade Organization? So let's go ahead and jump right into this. So a few of you have sent me this, so let's go ahead and just hear the first part of it, because I already know where you guys are going with this, but let's hear it.
Suggesting that the World Bank has officially stated Iraq is about to raise the value of its currency. Current situation of the Iraqi dinar. The current exchange rate as of December 10, 2023, stating that $1 equals 1.39 Iraqi dinar.
A couple of things. Just go to the World Bank, their website. I'll leave a link for it down below. And you just go to the news section and look for any announcements. There's nothing in here about Iraq changing their exchange rate. So this is a lie, and of course it's coming from Frank, so I'm not surprised. Nowhere, and I mean nowhere out there, is there proof that the US dollar now equals 1.39 Iraqi dinars. Now remember, the information is coming from this guy right here. Just keep that in mind.
A lot of you may be saying, well, I don't know. I don't understand Arabic. What does it say? Ring-a-ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hello, who this? Hey, Eddie. You see that? I do, Mr. Frank. Will you translate it for me? I did, Mr. Frank. I send it to you.
I'm guessing he has split personality? Not sure. Need I say more?
The big news, redenomination announcement. The statement that the World Bank has announced Iraq's intention to raise the value of its currency through redenomination signifies a significant development in the economic landscape. Redenomination is a strategic monetary measure wherein the face value of the currency is altered without affecting its actual purchasing power. In the case of Iraq, this involves the removal of 3 zeros from the nominal value of banknotes. This move reflects a proactive step by Iraq to address economic challenges that have.
Well, I have to say, I'm very happy that they're actually watching my videos and learning something. This is where this verbiage comes from. But I definitely didn't say anything about the World Bank and Iraq and make an announcement about a change in their Iraqi dinar, nor did I say that there was going to be a rate of $1 to 1.39 dinars. That's ridiculous. So a couple of questions were asked, so I want to go ahead and address them. But pay very close attention to the wording, the verbiage. Does Iraq need to change their exchange rate in order to be part of a currency basket? Now, in the news lately, Iraq has talked about expanding their currency basket, but somehow, some way that ended up being that Iraq wants to be part of a currency basket. So for the sake of it, I went ahead and did the research, and I'm bringing you the information. In order for Iraq to be part of a currency basket, it may need to consider changing its exchange rate. Now, slow down, don't get excited. It says it may need to consider changing its exchange rate. A currency basket is a group of currencies used to measure the value of a country's currency. It provides a broader view of the country's currency value compared to using a single currency as a benchmark. Joining the currency basket can have several benefits for Iraq, such as increased stability, reduced exchange rate volatility, and enhanced international trade, which would all be a big help to Iraq. Exchange rate and currency baskets. The exchange rate is the value of one country's currency in terms of another country's currency. When a country's exchange rate is stable and predictable, it can attract foreign investment and promote economic growth. If there's too much volatility in the exchange rate, it makes it really hard for businesses to make plans. Iraq's exchange rate situation. Iraq has been facing challenges with the exchange rate due to various economic and geopolitical factors. The country's central bank has been under pressure to devalue its currency in response to economic hardships and fiscal deficits. Right now, people are going, no way, man, there's so many good things happening, no way it's going to devalue it. I keep telling you, there are other factors involved with where currency's exchange rate is. Now, it didn't say it was going to devalue it. It said it's being pressured to devalue the currency. One of the reasons might be, in my opinion, when they set the budget at $70 per barrel, I thought it was too high. Hell, when they wanted to set it at $55, I thought it was too high. Right now, currently, if you go look at Brent oil prices, it's at $71 per barrel. If it drops below the benchmark set by Iraq, well, then they start to operate in a deficit. So no, they're not devaluing it, but the central bank is currently being pressured to devalue the currency. Consideration for joining a currency basket. Joining a currency basket requires careful evaluation of the country's economic conditions, monetary policy, inflation rates, and trade balances. Additionally, the exchange rate regime plays a crucial role in determining whether Iraq's currency is suitable for inclusion in a currency basket. So if Iraq was actually being invited to join the currency basket, then I would say with confidence that Iraq must be doing very, very good in order to be invited. Because there's a lot of things that are taken in consideration: stability, both in country, in government, and in currency, your trade balances, and all these other fun-loving things. So to answer the question, does Iraq need to change their exchange rate in order to join a bucket of currencies? The answer is it may need to consider it. It didn't say yes, it didn't say no, but it did lay everything else out for you. You should be able to determine for yourself whether or not they can join a currency basket. This is the big one right here. Can Iraq get into the World Trade Organization with the current exchange rate of 1,310 Iraqi dinars to $1? Because this is another rumor floating around that should be looked into a whole lot more, so I did it for you. In order to join the World Trade Organization, a country must meet certain criteria and negotiate terms of accession with existing WTO members. One of the key requirements for joining the WTO is establishing a convertible currency at a realistic exchange rate. Make sure we highlight this so there's no misunderstanding. Establishing a convertible currency at a realistic exchange rate. Realistic exchange rate. The exchange rate of 1,310 dinars to $1 raises concerns about the convertibility and stability of Iraq's currency. So if they were to attempt to go in with this current exchange rate, it would definitely cause concerns that must be addressed. The WTO requires member countries to maintain a realistic, notice it's in quotes, a realistic exchange rate for their currency. While there is no specific threshold for what constitutes a realistic exchange rate, an excessively overvalued or undervalued currency can distort trade flows and create unfair advantages or disadvantages for domestic industries. In the case of Iraq, the exchange rate of 1,310 dinars for every $1 may raise questions about the stability and market-driven nature of the Iraqi dinar. Additionally, a realistic exchange rate is important for facilitating international trade and investment. A highly overvalued or undervalued currency can hinder foreign trade by making exports more expensive or imports cheaper than they should be based on market fundamentals. This can lead to trade imbalances and disputes within the WTO framework. A stable and realistic exchange rate is crucial for attracting foreign direct investments and promoting economic growth. So investors seek predictability and transparency in currency markets, and an exchange rate that deviates significantly from its market value may deter potential investors. It has to be a stable currency, which means in order for that to happen, Iraq must have a stable economy. But when 95% of your budget is totally relied on oil sales, that is not a stable economy. Iraq is going to have to build their private and public sectors, start getting those projects going to help develop those sectors that help contribute to the economy. agriculture, manufacturing, products and service, tourism. See where I'm going with this? While the specific exchange rate of 1,310 IQDs to $1 does not automatically disqualify Iraq from joining the WTO, it does raise concerns about the stability, convertibility, and market-driven nature of the Iraqi dinar. As part of the accession process, Iraq would likely need to address these concerns and demonstrate its commitment to maintaining a realistic and stable exchange rate in line with the WTO principles. So can Iraq go into the World Trade Organization with an exchange rate of 1,310 dinars? Yes. So if for whatever reason the Iraqi dinar is stable at this exchange rate, they sure the heck can go in with this exchange rate. I know people don't want to hear that. That's why when I keep hearing people say, well, Iraq can't get into the World Trade Organization with that exchange rate. Yes, they can. And just because you don't think 1,310 dinars is a realistic nor stable exchange rate, that doesn't change the criteria. As far as Iraq going into a currency basket, look, I laid out the criteria for both questions. You got the answers. They're almost the same answers if you think about it. Anyways, I hope this helps answer your questions. If you have any more, please leave them down below in the comments and I will get back to you. That's it for now. I'm out.